This morning, let's also talk about the era of technology, where technology is being extensively exploited to carry out certain human functions and attributes to make life better. The deployment of machines or apps to speak or act like humans, otherwise known as artificial intelligence, is not gaining traction for the positivity, but also for the abuse and danger it poses to individuals, business, and security systems at large. So, how much do you know about artificial intelligence and its impact on you? I'm joined in the studio right now by our own Spiking Chroma. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to be here too.
What new gadgets have you released?
Oh, it's always the same old.
Just say there's nothing new yet, because when it comes, you have it.
Yeah, as always.
So let's talk about artificial intelligence. First, let's look at its evolution,
Right.
the history of artificial intelligence.
So, when people talk about AI, they think it just started a few days or weeks or months ago, maybe last year, because of the advent of ChatGPT.
Yep.
And that's when artificial intelligence really came to the fore. But in truth, it dates as far back as 1950. That's, the history of artificial intelligence started when researchers began exploring the idea of creating machines that could think and do stuff like humans. So based on that, a lot of research has gone in, it has evolved over time. We've made mistakes, we've improved, we've decided on what's to change and how to make it even better. And guess what? Now we're at a phase or a stage where it's gotten closer and closer to humans.
Let me also bring on Abigail Otiko-Amate, who is an artificial intelligence engineer. She would also help us understand the history of AI and how it has evolved over the time, the current state of AI research and development, and the potential benefits and risk AI has for the society, as well as the role of AI in business and industry. Welcome, Abigail, on board. And first, as I welcome you, let me ask you, what's the current state of AI research and development? Did developers anticipate what we're seeing right now? Hello, Abigail. All right, if Abigail is not on, we'll try and get her. Abigail, can you unmute for me? Do we have Abigail? All right, so whilst we try to fix her line. All right, so we can hear you, Abigail. Go ahead.
Okay. Please come again with your question.
I'm just asking you to tell me about the state of AI research and development as we speak, and whether the developers anticipated the results we're seeing right now.
Yeah. I think right now there's a fear and there's a scare that people think AI is replacing jobs. Of course, AI is going to replace 87 million jobs as at now, that I know. But it's going to also replace and bring about 97 million jobs, if you could hear me. But people are scared that it's going to take up their job, but it's going to replace it with more jobs. But for you to be able to reach up to that task, you have to equip yourself, you have to upgrade to get to that stage. Because gone were those days that some of the work we were doing are currently outdated, and we are no longer doing that now because of technology. So I think there shouldn't be that fear and panic where people think AI is going to replace job. Indeed, it's going to be replaced, but we also have to learn. Unlearn to relearn new things. Because these robotics and those things coming, it's human beings that are going to manage them. I think so, yeah.
Why shouldn't we panic and spike it? Because I saw a video of a child learning to walk where there's a robot that has been created for that job. So parents don't have to bother themselves helping their wards, but it's the robot that's supposed to be holding the child and doing the steps with them. The risk, however, is when the child missed one step. So, I mean, I don't know if you followed that news, but the child had her finger cut off because it's, all those issues. So Why shouldn't we panic? What are the potential benefits and definitely the risk associated with AI?
So let me backtrack a bit to the example you gave about the robots. So robots have not reached a level of autonomy powered by AI so far. They are right now, a lot of robots are programmed and they are automated. So they are following a set of rules.
Yep.
Say, do this, do that, do this. But artificial intelligence is essentially taking a human intelligence, which is our ability to learn and think and adapt, and using that to improve. So if that robot was powered by artificial intelligence, what it would do is that it would learn, it would predict the possibility of that child falling and avert it.
Okay.
But because the robot is just programmed to just do, A, B, and C, it did not anticipate, it did not learn, it did not adapt,
could miss her
and
steps.
just continued on with what it was programmed to do, which is what you find in factories. So factory robots, all they know is that I've been programmed at this point.
This is what I must do.
Exactly.
I don't have to think.
So the benefits of AI is that adaptability, that ability to learn and correct itself, or to know, hey, this didn't go as planned. Or imagine you're walking. Every day you're coming to work, you use this route. And then on a certain day you get there and there's construction on that route, so you have to divert. If it was a robot that was just programmed to use that route, it wouldn't know that, hey, I need to turn right here, because it will just go straight into that ditch.
Because that's how it's been programmed to work. Yeah.
But the benefit of artificial intelligence is its ability to perceive that change, its ability to adapt and change. And then we go back to the risks.
And that's where the risk comes in, where Abigail was trying to
Yeah.
say people shouldn't panic. Right now, if machines can perform what human beings can perform, and probably faster, why shouldn't companies take them instead of employing human beings?
I would side with the companies because I believe in productivity and efficiency. And that's one thing that's going to cause us to move forward in life. And a lot of technology has come, and we've feared change all the time. I'm sure with the advent of electricity, people complained. The coal workers were complaining our jobs are going to come for, because they were powering the steam engines, they were powering every other thing. But now there's electricity, and electricity, mind you, also had its risks.
Yeah.
If you touch 200 volts or above, you could die.
Yep.
But at the same time, without it, you wouldn't be hearing me right now. You probably have a microwave oven in your house that used to warm your food every day. That same microwave technology could harm people. But then again, we use it for good. So with every new technology, it comes with its risks. But as it develops, we learn from it. We learn, okay, this is where the risks are. This is how we can avert the risks.
Yeah.
This is how we can regulate it. And before long, it becomes a part of us. I honestly believe that the benefits far outweigh the risks. And the more we focus on the benefits, the easier it would be for us to, circumvent all these risks and avert them. And I believe we become a people that are capable of improving, better than previously. Then we didn't have the knowledge we have now. And mind you, artificial intelligence is also giving us more knowledge, things that we couldn't do before. In medicine, for instance, cancer cells are being identified faster, MRI scans are being processed faster with the help of artificial intelligence. So,
But the bit about what Abigail, the point she made, that yes, we shouldn't panic, because it's not like artificial intelligence would take our jobs from us, but what we actually need to do is to improve and upgrade. That means that we need to actually upgrade to the level of a robot that has been programmed with an artificial intelligence. That means you have to actually start acting like a machine, like Max Weber wants you to work. That's impossible. I mean,
we're not going to get there. What she was trying to say essentially is that we need to learn more. So certain jobs are going to become obsolete. I was just talking to someone about a month ago about a job opening, and I said, well, I don't want that job because it's going to be obsolete in 3 years. In 3 years, a lot of companies are going to be replacing that role with an artificial intelligence system, and I'll be out of job. Okay. What I want to do is learn how to program that system that is going to be doing the job with the knowledge that I have.
Okay.
So if you have the skill, and you know that your skill could be replaced by an AI, say maybe you are a broadcaster.
Yep.
And maybe we've gotten to a stage where AI can present the news, ask the questions and everything. It would be in your best interest to understand how the AI works so you could train that AI to do the job. Because the AIs need training.
Yep.
They're like kids. In fact, they are kids at this point, but they're going very fast.
Okay.
And they need people who are going to hold their hands and guide them through the ropes. You can't expect an AI to know that this is journalistically right or this is wrong.
Yeah.
It knows only what it's been fed.
Yeah.
So your job now is, okay, if somebody asks you this question, it would make sense to say this rather than that.
Okay.
It would make sense to address them this way rather than that. Do not do this, do not do that. So you train that AI to do that. And those are the jobs that Abigail was mentioning are going to be available, for people, for those who think that their jobs are it's rather going to make your job easier. Wouldn't you rather be at home and all you have to do is just, okay, so I'm about to interview Spiky. AI, what questions should I ask Spiky? And it's listed for you. Okay, how would you ask him?
Okay.
Tell me. And then the AI starts reciting and say, okay, no, don't say it
Don't
this way,
ask
say it
us.
this way. Then you ask it again. How would you respond if Spiky says this? No, this is wrong, say it this way. Next thing you know, AI does the whole interview for you. You're sitting at home and you get paid your salary.
Okay, it's not that simple though. But Abigail, I want us to look at the role of AI in business and industry. Hello, Abigail.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Can you hear me? Okay, thank you very much. I think with the role of AI, I think a lot of female are scared to move into this area. I don't know what the fear is about. We have just few ladies, even though right now there are a lot of opportunities for ladies to move into AI, but I think the fear is there. And I think there are more sensitization going on there for more ladies to join. And I think right now I'm on a course which is called Microsoft Power App. It also uses AI and machine learning, which uses lesser code. So with this one, you don't need to even code much. It uses lesser code to do a lot of things like chatbot and all that you can do. So that is it. And I'm just using this as a channel to push more ladies into AI for me.
Let's talk more about the role of AI in industry and business. You've spoken about how, productivity will be enhanced. What else would AI do to our business?
So yesterday I was on masterclass talking about artificial intelligence, and one of such examples that I was giving was data entry. So you know how constantly companies need to be entering data, and we know how important data is to businesses.
Yep.
Data, as we've reiterated more than enough, is the new gold. Because the more data you have, the more you're able to make predictions, the more you're able to save on costs and certain expenses
and
losses. So if you are able to process data, which humans can't do as much, let's take, for instance, you and I. We can fall sick. Today I have a problem with my foot. It would take me longer to get to point A or point B because of my foot. An AI system is not going to wake up tomorrow and say, I'm sick.
Sick.
I'm not going to wake up today and say my spouse upset me, and as a result, I come to work and it's affecting my productivity. The AI is not going to feel that way. It has no emotion whatsoever. So you have the benefit of systems that are always on, faster, would also churn out, would be able to process data absolutely, incredibly faultlessly,
or
flawlessly, without with a very little margin of error. And then you also have customer service, where AI, I'm sure by now you've probably spoken to so many chatbots without even knowing it, because they speak so much like human beings that you think that you're actually talking to a human
being.
Now, back again to the human who's been upset by their partner or their spouse in the house, comes to work very upset, is working in a call center, and somebody calls, my data is finished, and then the call center person just loses their temper and blasts this person on the line. Next thing you know, that person just takes out the SIM card and chews it and says, I'm not going to subscribe to this network
Definitely.
again.
And that is a loss for the company.
That's a loss for the company. Imagine that person answers 100 calls. You've lost 100 customers. No AI is going to do that, right? So you have all that benefits, and you have, I keep talking about efficiency. efficiency is really very important in the future of everything that we do because we're not, nothing is infinite in this world. Everything is finite,
Yeah.
and time especially.
But looking at the era in which we are, the cyberspace, we're looking at cybercrime, and we said that cybercrime doesn't need any structure or anything. Somebody can be in their bedroom and just commit any crime.
Sure.
I mean, what risk does this, because if this thing can speak like a human being, then I received a call and says, okay, you're speaking with the secretary to Joe Biden and blah, 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 and I transact business with them.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
that's
is very
dangerous.
true. This is a very huge risk, and it's something that I continue to talk about, awareness and education, because in every crime, people are victims because they probably didn't know, better.
Yeah.
And AI, as you mentioned, the risk here is the fact that people can simulate people's voices and faces. I could take your face and make you say anything. I could take your voice and just type. And these tools are readily available today.
Yeah.
I can take text and just type, and then you'd say it in your voice. I've seen a movie that was done with AI. You had President Joe Biden's voice in there. You had Vladimir Putin. You had Obama's voice in there. All these ones were synthesized. You've even seen music being produced where Drake and Weeknd, quote unquote, made a song and it was by AI.
Interesting.
And it sounded very real. So yes, people can perpetrate crime with AI.
Yeah.
But the only way to avert this crime is with education and awareness. Because if you're an underwiser, trust me, you would fall for it. I could even fall for it. How much more the layperson?
Oh yes, definitely. And so, Abigail, what do we need to do to safeguard the surroundings or the system? Because we agree that the benefits are enormous, but we're not ruling out the risk that faces us. How do we go about this? All right, I think that Abigail has a problem with her connection, but I think Spikey has made the point. He says that we should, education is the key. We should create awareness. We should all be aware of what is around us. As we embrace the technology, we should also see that it comes with challenges, and we must try as much to avoid being victims of that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Spike Nkrumah is a tech consultant. Abigail Otiko Amate is an AI engineer. They joined us for this conversation. Let's move on.